Lipids are an important class of biomolecules which are significant in terms of structure and function. They maintain the cellular structure, that means the membrane integrity is maintained by the lipids, and lipids are also functionally very important. They are the storage molecules for energy giving purposes. The name comes from the word lipos, meaning fats. They are a heterogeneous group of compounds including fats, oils, steroids and waxes. They are substances of biological origin and they are water insoluble. So they are the cellular components having diverse structure, and hydrophobicity is very remarkable. In case of lipids, they can be extracted by nonpolar solvents. Broadly, lipids are classified on the basis of their functions. Some are storage lipids and some are structural lipids on the basis of the function. Apart from these storage and structural lipids, some of them are cofactors. Some act as hormones. They are electron carriers in the electron transport chain and found present in mitochondria. Some are light absorbing pigments and some are hydrophobic anchors of proteins. They form lipoprotein complexes, that is lipid protein complexes. Lipids can also be classified on the basis of their molecular structures as simple lipids and complex lipids. As the name suggests that simple lipids, the structure is simple, and simple lipids are further classified as fats and oils and waxes. Fats and oils are esters of fatty acids with glycerol, and oils are fats in the liquid state at normal temperature, room temperature. Waxes are esters of fatty acids with high molecular weight monohydric alcohols, and they are mainly water repellent molecules. Now, the structure of simple lipids. This is the general structure of fats and oils. The glycerol has 3 OH groups and all the 3 OH groups are esterified with long chain fatty acids. And in case of waxes, the long chain fatty acid has been esterified with a long monohydric alcohol. This is the example of palmitic acid, which is esterified with 1-triacontanol. This is a long chain alcohol and the resultant is an ether linkage. Now, complex lipids. Complex lipids are fatty acids having groups in addition to an alcohol and a fatty acid. Apart from these two, other additional groups are there, and the complex lipids are then classified as phospholipids, then glycolipids, ether lipids, lipoproteins. Now, the name suggests that phospholipid has a phosphate group. So, lipids which are called phospholipids have a phosphoric acid residue apart from the fatty acids and alcohol. Alcohol means it is a glycerol, it may be another alcohol, sphingosine. Sphingosine is another alcohol, it is also present in case of phospholipids, then the name will be phosphosphingolipids. In case of glycolipids, it is again the sphingolipids or also glycolipids because the alcohol group is the sphingosine and it is esterified with a fatty acid, and additional group is a glucose or a galactose or it may be or oligosaccharide also. In case of galactolipids, the extra additional group is the galactose residue, and apart from this there is the alcohol, the sphingosine is the alcohol and fatty acid has been esterified. And in case of ether lipids, the lipid has a ether linkage. Several archaebacterial ether lipids are present on the membrane of the archaebacteria, and those bacteria which thrive in harsh conditions. And lipoproteins are the class of complexes which are protein lipid complex. They play very important role in lipid metabolism. Now, this is the diagram showing the phospholipids, glycolipids, ether lipids, this is the sphingolipid complex and this is the lipoprotein complex. In case of phospholipid, the glycerol group, 2 OH groups of glycerol has been esterified, and the phosphate, another OH group of glycerol has a phosphate residue, phosphoric acid residue with which another R group has been attached. It may be H or ethanolamine, etc., etc. In case of sphingolipids, the sphingosine residue has been shown in the orange part, and it has esterified fatty acid group. Along with it, it has an R group. The R group may vary depending on the sphingolipid. In case of glycolipids, again the alcoholic part is the sphingosine, which has an esterified fatty acid. Another R group has a glucose or a galactose or a sugar unit. In case of ether lipids, ether linkage has been found, and rest is more or less the same. And the backbone is a glycerol. And lipoproteins form a class of molecules which are lipid protein complexes, and the lipoprotein complex carries the dietary lipids for the digestive process to take place. Now, this is an example of the structure of the archibacterial ether lipid, and this is a very complex structure, and the unique property is ether linkage, and several bacteria which live under harsh conditions, they contain ether lipids on their membranes. Functionally, lipids are classified as storage lipids and structural lipids. Storage means they are the source of ATP reserve. Triacyl glycerols are the main storage fats or lipids derived from many foods, and these are fatty acid esters of glycerol. If these fatty acids are hydrolyzed from this glycerol molecule, so fatty acids will be metabolized further to produce ATP. And storage lipids are neutral lipids. Moderately obese people with 15 to 20 kg of triacyl glycerols deposited in the adipocytes could meet their energy needs for months by using the fat reservoir. And adipocytes are the adipose tissue cells which store the triacyl glycerols. Structural lipids are the central architectural feature of the biological membranes, and these membranes are made up of double layer of lipids, and these lipids are polar, and also they are called amphipathic because they have a hydrophobic part and a polar or hydrophilic part. Common types of membrane lipids are glycolipids, phospholipids, and the major class of membrane lipids is phospholipids, and also sterols. Sterols mean they are the compounds under the group of sterols, and main important member of this group is the cholesterol. So, membrane lipids include carbohydrate moieties, and these groups make glycolipids. The major glycolipids present in the animal tissues are glycosphingolipids. That means the alcohol part is sphingosine, it has an esterified fatty acid and also a glucose or a carbohydrate group. And example is cerebroside. They are mainly present in the nerve tissue membranes. You must be knowing of sphingomyelin. The myelin sheath is made up of sphingolipids. Then membrane. Phospholipids, glycolipids and sterols and archibacterial membranes are built from ether lipids with branch chains. So, another complex glycolipid is gangliosides. Here the alcoholic group is sphingosine, then it is esterified with stearic acid. Stearic acid is a long chain fatty acid, and the carbohydrate part is an oligosaccharide, and depending on the number of carbohydrate units forming the oligosaccharides, the name of the ganglioside is GM1, GM2, GM3, and this part has N-acetyl neuraminic acid, and which is important for biological recognition, cell surface recognition. Then glycolipids are also present in the chloroplast membranes. This is a ether lipid present in the chloroplast membrane, plasmalogen. The common glycerophospholipids are tabulated here. This is the general structure of the glycerophospholipid, where the glycerol and two of the wedge molecule groups of glycerol are esterified. Here with one is palmitic acid, one is oleic acid, and the third one has a phosphate group residue and an X residue. This X is called the head group substituent, and this, depending on the X, the name of the phospholipid will change. So, if X, the simplest X is H, so it is phosphatidic acid, and this molecule is charged as -1 at pH 7. So, this is a polar, glycerophospholipid is polar. Then phosphatidyl ethanolamine, here the X group has an attached ethanolamine group, and the net charge is 0, but it is a polar molecule because of the NH2 group of the X moiety. Then phosphatidyl choline, phosphatidyl serine, these are again all polar and some are charged at pH 7. Then phosphatidyl inositol 4,5-bisphosphate, it is a signaling molecule for the signal transduction pathway. Now, some common sphingolipids. The sphingolipids again has the alcohol group called sphingosine, and a fatty acid which is esterified at the amino group of the sphingosine molecule, and again it has an X at residue, and depending on the X, the name of the sphingolipid will change. The simplest again here is also H, X is H, and the name becomes ceramide. If it is phosphocholine, then it is the sphingolipid becomes sphingomyelin, and sphingomyelin is present in the nerve tissues membrane. Then some neutral glycolipids, where the glucose residue is present in the X position, and the glycolipids is a sphingoglycolipid. Then lactose residue can be present. Then gangliosides, which are also complex oligosaccharides, where X is present. So, these are the common sphingolipids. Now, the cholesterol is a lipid based on the steroid nucleus, and this cholesterol is present on the cell membranes of animal cell membranes, but they are absent in prokaryotes, and this cholesterol again is a polar molecule due to this OH group, and the rest of the molecule of the cholesterol molecule is non-polar and hydrophobic. We now focus on fatty acids, because fatty acids are the key constituents of lipids. So, by definition, fatty acids are hydrocarbon chains of various lengths and degrees of unsaturation that terminate with the carboxylic acid groups. Fatty acids in the biological system have even number of carbons, mainly lie between 14 and 24. The alkyl group may be saturated or unsaturated. Unsaturated fatty acids have lower melting points than the saturated fatty acid of the same length, and chain lengths also affect the melting points. Short chain lengths and unsaturation enhance the fluidity of fatty acids, and this is an important point. Most naturally occurring unsaturated fatty acids have cis double bonds, because the double bond can have two configurations, cis and trans. Trans double bond are very rare, and some food items have trans fatty acids, though they are not good for our diet. And these saturated and unsaturated fatty acids have a difference because of this cis double bond. The structure of the unsaturated fatty acid due to the cis double bond develops a kink, and this is the reason that these unsaturated fatty acids having cis double bonds cannot pack together as tightly as fully saturated fatty acids, and this figure diagram shows the packing of fatty acids into stable aggregates, where the difference has been shown between saturated fatty acids and the unsaturated fatty acids, and it is quite clear that the packing is better in case of saturated fatty acids. Some naturally occurring fatty acids in animals. Here the number of carbon atoms have been shown, and here the number of double bonds have been shown, and the naming denotes the position of the double bond where it is present in the long chain of the fatty acid group. And oleic acid has the number of carbon atoms of 18 and 1 double bond. Arachidonic acid has 4 double bonds and number of carbon atoms is 20. This arachidonic acid, apart from linoleic acid, is also known as essential fatty acids because they are supplemented through our diet. Stearic acid also carbon 18, but it has no unsaturation. Some key terms related to fatty acids. Saponification. Saponification is a process that produces soap, usually from fats, and in technical terms, saponification involves base hydrolysis of triglycerides. That means triacylglycerols are hydrolyzed, which are esters of fatty acids are linked, and they form the sodium salt of a carboxylic acid. So the carboxylic acids are detached from the triacylglycerols. In addition to soap, traditional saponification processes produces glycerol. Now, saponification number. Saponification number represents the number of milligrams of potassium hydroxide required to saponify 1 gram of fat under conditions specified, and it is a measure of the average molecular weight of the fatty acids present. Iodine number, it is a significant number with respect to fatty acids because it can predict how many unsaturation or double bonds are present in the fatty acid molecule. It is also defined as the mass of iodine in grams that is consumed by 100 grams of a chemical substance. In case here it is the fatty acids. The higher iodine number, the more C double bond C bonds are present in the fat. Acetyl number is again associated with fatty acids. It is a measure of free hydroxyl groups in fats or oils determined by the amount of potassium hydroxide used to neutralize the acetic acid formed by the saponification of the acetylated fat or oil. So, from the acetylated fats or oils, acetic acid will be liberated, and this acetic acid will be neutralized by potassium hydroxide. Rancidity. Rancidity is a phenomenon which is most commonly observed in day-to-day life, and it is the product of rancidification, and this rancidity leads to chemical decomposition of fats, oils and other lipids. When these processes occur in food, undesirable odors and flavors can result. But some, in case of cheese, aged cheese, this rancidification or rancidity is favorable because it leads to flavors which are desirable. So, rancidification can also detract from the nutritional value of the food. So, and this is due to the oxidation or the aerial oxidation of the lipid molecules. Cholesterol is a lipid with a steroid nucleus, and it is widely present in all animal membranes, and this cholesterol can be substituted and formed to some other molecules like ergosterol. It is present in the fungal cell membrane. Then stigmasterol, it is present in plant cell membrane, and so on. Cholesterol is a very important molecule because cholesterol esters are important components of bile acids, bile salts, and these are important carriers of dietary lipids for digestion. So, again cholesterol is a precursor compound of some vitamins like vitamin D. Vitamin D has been synthesized from cholesterol. Then steroids are important as hormones, and they regulate gene expression. So, lipids are carried for proper digestion by the help of these lipoprotein complexes and with the help of again cholesterol bile salts, and then these lipids, when carried to the proper site of digestion, are acted upon by lipases. Lipases are a group of enzymes which acts on lipids, and this is the diagram showing that several sites of action of several lipases. Phospholipase A1 cleaves this bond, A2, phospholipase A2 this one, and phospholipase C cleaves this bond, phospholipase D cleaves this one. So, these are the important phospholipase action sites, and the fatty acids which are liberated are metabolized to form ATP. when required. So, they are very important energy reserves. Now, lipids are also important because they form the membrane bilayer, that the cell membrane, that cellular integrity is maintained by the lipids. Again, they are important because they can form liposomes. A liposome is an artificially prepared vesicle composed of a lipid bilayer, and liposomes are nowadays are used for some experimental and medicinal purposes. Micelle lipids also form micelle. Micelle is an aggregate of surfactant molecule dispersed in a liquid colloid, and the diagram shows the micelle and the liposome. The difference is that liposome is a bilayer, lipid bilayer, but micelle is a monolayer. All the hydrophobic portions are clustered so that they are away from the water environment. The polar groups are associated such that they are in the hydrophilic atmosphere. Liposome also like similar arrangement, but it is a bilayer, and this is the membrane bilayer. Lipids also form emulsion. Emulsions are very common. Emulsion is a mixture of two or more liquids that are normally immiscible and cannot be blended, and emulsions are a part of a general class of two-phase systems of matter. In an emulsion, one liquid is dispersed in another. Commonly, this situation is used to explain emulsions. So, we find that membrane lipids are amphipathic molecules because the polar head group of membrane lipids form the hydrophilic portion, and most of the glycerophospholipids are abundantly present in the membrane, and they are polar. And other polar lipids also again are sterols, sphingolipids, they are all present on the cell surface, and the hydrophobic portion is the fatty acid region. Depending on the name of the fatty acid, the name also will change, and this is the reason because of their amphipathic nature of these molecules. Then other functions of lipids are very important because lipids act as potent signaling molecules, as for example phosphatidyl inositol. They are the cofactors of enzymes in electron transport chain reaction in chloroplasts, and they help in transfer of sugar groups during glycosylation. So, the cofactor of enzymes in electron transport chain is the ubiquinone. It is a long chain aliphatic having the group having unsaturation, and dolicol is another lipid component which is useful in the transfer of sugar moieties during glycosylation. They are also again light capturing pigment molecules. Then several light capturing pigment molecules are present in colored foods, then the bright color of flowers, then the brightly colored feathers of the birds. They have all pigment molecules of lipid origin. Aliphatic long chain residues are there, and the vitamins D is synthesized from cholesterol, and all these vitamins A, D, E and K are fat soluble, and they have long chain isoprene molecules or aliphatic groups that make them fat soluble. And another important function is the lipoproteins, which play the functions of carrying the lipid molecules, dietary lipids and fats for proper digestion and assimilation. So, lipids form a class of biomolecules which are unique in their property and very important to maintain the cellular structure and some functions also.